All right, howdy everyone. Paul McMahon here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, October 7th, is it? Or do we already make it to the 8th? October 8th, Thursday, October 8th. It is the Thursday Tip Top Referral Trade. Glad you could be here. At Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become financially independent and becoming the best version of yourself. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our super accurate proprietary indicators. And we are so confident in how well the indicators work, we let you trade with company money. With that, let's see what we've got. Taking care of the compliance issues is I need to read a disclaimer. This trade is for educational purposes only. All information given is speculative and involves risk. This trade should be examined and taken from a personal evaluation. All attendees agree that by watching that any trades he or she takes was of individual influence based on personal evaluation of the market. This webinar's intention is to demonstrate a method that can be used to help make an evaluation of the current market. No past, present, or future incomes have been made or relied upon prior to or during this meeting. On this trade, or generally what I do in my trade, the principal trade I take is the 10-point trade. So that is what we will focus on as it gets started to be the top of the hour. We can look for a thick orange line trade, but at this time of day, 11:30 at noontime, I don't like taking thick orange line trades. In fact, last week we got burned on them. Reason being is that the volume's starting to lower at this time of day. So once we get to noontime, I'm not crazy about taking a thick orange line trade. So we will stick with the 10-point trade. I have been trying another trader showed me another signal. I've been testing that out. Once I feel comfortable with it, I will start sharing it with you. It is a trade to take right when the market closes, right before 5 p.m. Eastern time. As you know, I like to work off of a checklist. That checklist is my trade routine. It's kind of like a pilot's checklist to make sure everything is okay before he takes off. First, I like to make sure that we're connected to the internet. I know we are because we're green up here, and that my chart is current. I know I'm on a current chart when I'm green down here. Sometimes I will go back and look at things. When this is red, that means I am not current. So current here, make sure my CoinEx is current. I see the numbers changing, so I know that means I'm connected to the internet. Next, review of yesterday. Last week we got burned, I think, on both trades. It is kind of too long ago to go back and remember, but if you're trading on a daily basis, at the end of the day, you should be able to remember what you did and why you did it. I find it helpful sometimes in the beginning. I used to jot down what I was thinking about or what I was looking at when I used to keep a little journal. And I still have tons of these journals around, but I do write things down. I also found it helpful to take a screenshot of what I was looking at when I took the trade, so that I could go back and look at it, or I could talk with somebody about it as to what I do wrong here. Getting that feedback on what I did wrong here is the quickest way to get better. We get better by getting that iteration on the feedback. Next thing we do is we want to see if there's any news. Usually at this time of day, there isn't. Well, let's take a quick look. So we are Thursday. Man, it's already Thursday. Canadian, they break these news items down into yellow, which is low impact, orange, which is medium impact, and red, which is high impact. At 1 o'clock, we just have 30-year bond auction, low impact. Yen's got a couple things coming up tonight, and then later tonight, Australia has some issues. So any trade that we take, we should be out of before 8:30. So all's clear on this front. Now we will get into our analysis and see what we come up with for a trade. We haven't been getting much movement in the last couple days on the euro dollar, which is what I primarily trade. So with the 10-point trade, I start with the majors and minors, and I'm looking for either an oversold position or an overbought position. I am considering this an oversold condition, even though we are above the red line. We're just halfway there. We're halfway or under. I will consider the trade, because we will be able to get the run on the other half as it goes through the channel. So basically, if it's oversold, I count that as a point. If everybody's pointing up, I count that as a point. And if green is crossed over red and gray is crossed over black, that counts as a point. So I got 3 points here. And if we look at it a little careful, I can see there are 2 bumps in this line. If you can see, one is here. It started going up strong, then it kinked, so the slope was less, and then it kinked again, so the slope was stronger or higher. I like it that the slope is higher. I like this, even though it's halfway into the channel. So 3 points here. So when I have the 3 points here, I am going to then look at my TNTs. And I want to count how many lines are going in the right direction. So the 2 orange lines are going up, and they're quite steep. Dotted blue is coming down. When blue comes down, that is up. So I've got 3 of the 4. So I need a minimum of 3 of the 4. I've got down pressure that's turning with green on top. With green on top, I count that as a point. And you'll notice here, as the green came over, typically when I see green cross over red, that is good for a green candle. And indeed, I did get a green candle. And it is, these lines are diverging. That means you're going away from one another as it's going down. So that's also positive, because as they go away, this is starting to roll up. So I've got 7 points here. 7 points is enough to take a trade. So what I need to do now is figure out what's this trade worth. So I am going to take a look at my full chart. And first thing I want to figure out is what's the trend. How would you define the trend? I'm kind of seeing you got a little bit of down here in the last, 10 hours, but it's kind of sideways. We've been kind of staying primarily in this channel. We broke out of it, we came back, stopped, then it broke through, and came down, hit this resistance line, bounced up, bounced up. So we're trading into a kind of a sideways channel. I'd like to know how much room I have to the next support and resistance. So here I got 16 pips till I hit this line, and I've got almost 9 pips, 8 pips till I hit this line. So if I were to take an up trade, a buy trade, 15 pips. I may take out of that 15 pips, maybe I'll take 2/3 of it to get to be safe within this line. But now the issue is it's lunchtime. So lunchtime, if we go back, or actually let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we're 16 candles into this hour. If I go 16 candles into this hour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, let's go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If I go 16 candles into this hour, and let us do 16 candles in, we are here to hit. We kind of went from here to here. So the two pink lines. So on those pink lines, for the last part of the day, oops, let's go back to black. So for those pink lines, for the last part of the day, I only got a 10 pip movement in those last 8 hours. So we're 16 hours into it, so there's 8 more candles left. Well, really, we're at noontime, so there's only 5 candles left. Why did this count come out wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, there should be 8 left. If we're at noon, there's 5 hours left till there should only be 5 candles left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So even if we go to the 5 candles that are left, we even have less than 10 pips. You see what I'm saying? So there's, if I want to take a 10 pip trade, the likelihood is I'm not going to get a 10 pip move in these last 5 hours. If this were 6:30 in the morning, yeah, sure, there's lots of movement left. But from noontime on the Euro USD, I'm not going to see much movement. So maybe even though there's 15 pips till I hit the resistance line, and it's already moved a little bit while we've been talking here, even though there's 15 pips to that resistance line, maybe I only take 5. Now, we're starting to push through the halfway mark. Now, my decision on whether I want to take this or not, I want to see what the other charts are doing. So my 2 hour, everybody's going up on the majors and minors. The lines are nice and tight. Very steep up on the thick orange. The 2 oranges are going up, dotted blues coming down. Actually, I've got all 4 here. I've got down pressure, and green is kinked. So they're converging. They're getting closer together. Majors are pointing up on my 4 hour. Minors haven't committed yet. Here I've got 2 of the 4. On the day chart, majors and minors are kind of they're going down, but not very steeply. Minors are going down quite steeply. I've got the slight up pressure that's starting to roll with red on top. It's going flat, which suggests it's going to keep going down. Slight up pressure, but again, not too much here. I've got up, I got 3 of the 4 here. On the 30-minute, I've got big convergence or divergence here with the pressure. Green is going up, separating from the red. And I've got up on the majors and minors. The minors are actually starting to turn to come back, but the majors are still pushing forward. And you can see we've been, thick orange line has been up here for 2 hours now, or for a full hour. Up pressure on the 5-minute, and the majors and minors are still pushing up here. While we're talking, we're losing, let's see, we still got 13. Let's take a 6-pip buy. 6-pip buy. So trade, I've got my Euro USD chart open, new order. My lot size, I've got a 7,600 demo account, so I'm going to change my lot size to 0.76. When I do this, I can have 2 open trades at 0.76. I'm going to do market buy. It records it below. I click anywhere along the line, it highlights it. Right click, go to profit, or modify order. I can have the program calculate. So what did I say? Six and a half pips. Let's go six and a half pips, which is 65 points. It has calculated it for me, and I am going to go 4 times that for right now. So 65 is 240, 250, 260, and then I'm going to just take a look at. I'll pop this in here for now, and I want to take a look at where my support and resistance are. These were drawn. Let me see. All right. I would probably want to take put a stop loss down around here somewhere. So it would have to break this resistance and this resistance to take me out. So 17,089. 17,089. Modify 17,089. I'm going to make it a little bit wider so I don't have a chance of being taken out. All right, so that's one trade. Let's see if we can find another trade. Here we're pound dollar, we're overbought, going up. Australian US dollar, we're stuck in the middle. Dollar, Swiss franc, we're oversold and still going down. Dollar, yen, we've changed within the channel here. Minors are going down, majors are going down, minors are still going up. So we're going to skip that one, and on the dollar Canadian, oversold and going down. Because I want to try to catch a run, I want to catch it when it's down here going up or up here going down. Now, there may be more down in this movement, but I don't need to take it. I don't need to take it. I want to wait till I see something that I like. I don't need to make many trades. I just need to make a couple correct ones. pound euro. Now here, with most of these pairs, Europe has gone offline now. It's 5 hours difference in London, 6 hours in Italy, 7 hours in Greece. So there's not much there's not much volume. You can see I have the volume on my CoinEx chart. So you can see the first like 8 hours, once we get to about 3 o'clock in the morning, it starts coming up. Then US comes online, it starts coming up, and now it's starting to come down. And you can see from yesterday, at this point, the volume keeps going down on the dollar. On euro pound, very, very low, it starts coming down. So it's kind of approaching that same pattern. The indicators work better when there's volume. So I want to try to trade. I'll get a better signal, a more reliable signal, when there's good volume behind what's going on. So here, oversold, we've got mixed signals, minors going up, majors coming down. Here, we're in the middle of the channel. No clear sign, majors are coming down, minors are going up, so we're going to pass. Here we are oversold, everybody's pointing up, and gray's crossed over and green's crossed over. What don't I like about this right from the start? Can you tell me? I don't like the steepness of this. This guy's kind of going sideways. I'd rather have a nice up steep signal, something closer to what I'm seeing over here than what I'm seeing over here. I've got the two orange, see the one orange, thick orange is going up, thin orange is sideways to down. So I don't have all four here. I don't have all four here. So we're going to pass on this one. Aussie, New Zealand, overbought. Everybody's going down. I've got good steepness here. Red's crossed over, black's crossed over, and on the red and black, or excuse me, on the black and gray, even though they're minors, you see the little kink here. So they become more steep. So that's a stronger signal the steeper this is when I get this kink. And here the red line kinked to go down more steeply. I can't tell, looks like, I can't tell if there's a kink in this green line or not. Two oranges are coming down, two blues are going up, so I got 4 out of 4 here. I've got up pressure with green on top. So the pressure isn't with me. These lines are converging. They're getting closer. As they get closer, that the red line's eventually going to cross there, but it hasn't yet. It hasn't yet. So to me, this is a little premature. I want to wait till I've got that crossover. When I get that crossover, might be a good time. We're coming into, well, it's the middle of the night in Australia. NZD, USD, oversold. Everybody's pointing up. Double cross, green. I've got up. Thick orange coming up. The two blue lines coming down. So that's 3. Thin orange is going down. So I got 3 of the 4 here. But I've got down pressure, lines are converging but still not crossed here. On Euro Australian, we're more than past halfway of the channel, so it's still in the channel. Let's keep going. Oversold going down, overbought going up, kind of in the middle of the channel, so we're halfway. So this is very similar to what we saw on our original, what we saw here with the Euro USD. So we're midway through the channel, so I got 3 points here. Everybody's going up. Greens crossed over, grays crossed over, and the reason I'm kind of going closer is I'm trying to see if there's kinks in the line. Looks like there's a little kink in the green line where it's become less steep. The red line has not kinked. 2 orange lines going up pretty steep. Dotted blue coming down. I got 3 out of the 4 here. I've got kind of downward sideways pressure that is diverging with green on top. So I do have 7 points. 7 points here. 3, 3, 1. I kind of like this, so let's take a look at Europe JPY. Let's see if I've got that. Euro JPY, here he is. So next thing I'm going to do, I know we're getting close to our time here. Let's see if we see a trade here. So first thing I'm going to do is I want to know where my support and resistance are. So to know where my support and resistance are, I'm going to crunch up the lines. Bring this, crunch up the lines. So I'm looking for points where it touches. All right, we get some touching right in here. Right in here. Right in here. Right in here. Let's get one more. Actually, 2 more. Seems to be bouncing in here, right in here, right in here, right in here. Let's get one more. Right in here, it's bouncing here, 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 here. Let's see. What is our trend? Let's pull this back a little bit. So I am going to say that it's kind of an uptrend. We went up, came back, went up, came back. All right, so we're trading into an uptrend. How many pips do I have going up? I've got about 11 pips up and 25 pips down. 27 pips down. And up, majors and minors going up, although this isn't quite as steep as I would like on the majors. Down pressure on the 2-hour. The 4-hour, we're just starting to cross here, where green is just about to cross over. So that suggests that on the next 4-hour candle, if this crosses, I'm going to see a little bit of a green. I've got strong kind of up pressure on the day chart with a green about to cross over. We've been overbought for 1, 2, 3, 4 days now. We've been overbought. 5 minute, we're oversold. coming down. I've got down pressure. On the 30-minute, I've got sideways pressure, and I'm overbought. Now this seems to have changed since we started looking at it. See these kinks in the lines? The green kinked and the red kinked. So that means it's softening up on the, it's softening up a little bit here. Because of that softening up, I'm going to stay away from it. I'm going to stay away from it. I don't like the kink in the line right here. So today we took one buy on the Euro USD with the 10-point trade. Right now it is out of the money, but we took, it was like a 6.5 pip trade. I would expect this to close before the end of the day. Any questions, comments, concerns? All right, great. Thanks so much. If you guys need anything, just reach out and we'll get you taken care of. Thanks so much. Glad you could be here. Bye-bye.